Welcome everyone, this is Nichel Anderson. I'm your host for my podcast show, Surviving Your Journey Towards Success. It's going to be this is 126, so I just want to appreciate you for tuning in. This is my 7th season and I'm so excited. I do appreciate every chance I get to be able to continue to do this. Praise God. Thank you so much. It's such a wonderful blessing to be able to keep this going and to be able to talk about things that I really wanted to say back then, but I couldn't do that. For me to be able to kind of connect with those that really couldn't really put it together, and I'm helping them because that's my purpose, is to help. So today's episode topic is about why you should focus on healing your heart to be happy. Why that's important. We're going to get into that. I want you to be able to take away some things today. And before I get started, I always like to say my prayer. So I'm going to go ahead and get into that. Also, please follow me on Twitter. Okay, and if you have any questions today, you can definitely email me at info@nichelanderson.com. If you need any type of one-on-one consultation, I do that. If you're a company, you're looking for me to be a speaker engagement at your company or do a workshop, I am down for that to help. I think sometimes some companies kind of get lost into the whole aspect of just having workers, getting it done, making a revenue and moving on, and they're not really understanding that it's really a people person type thing whenever we come together to create a product or a service. So with that done and said, let me go ahead and get into this, my prayer. So welcome my survivors on my journey to my podcast that aims to inspire and motivate you so you can continue to have joyfulness in your heart, peace of mind, and like I always say, you want to sustain that success. You want to hold on to your success. Okay? Y'all, let's get into this. Episode 126. Why you should focus on healing your heart to be happy. When we hear our heart, we aim to flourish a fresher outlook into our lives that would thrive on the foundation to self-care that is vital to defend against anything unworthy to be in your life. If not, then you're going to end up dealing with depression, anxiety, all that. It uplifts your level of self-care when you tune into your heart. So my important point that I like to say, my important wisdom point segment today is that in our hearts, we are motivated to do things. Thus, when we take care to what it needs, especially if it has been damaged or neglected, it is our utmost responsibility to take care of it. You want to nurture it, love it, hug it, speak softly to it. I love you. You know, you can feel that love back. I care about you. What you need. You know what? I'm going to do this for you. I'm not going to go back to that toxic relationship again. I'm not going to continue to let this company disrespect me. I'm going to be able to set up perimeters that will prevent that so I can have the life and the experience I deserve and my heart flourish. When you have a happy heart, you're happy. When you have a very rested heart, you up jumping all around having a good old time. When you have a broken heart, you're depressed, anxiety, don't know what's going on. It's a lot of confusion. And that's where you want to look at your heart and love it. Okay, because when we do, our heart spirit becomes more stronger, more willing to be able to do different things that will make us wiser over time. And that helps to not fall into something that is not in the right more sense that you want to be, and more of the oneness of the universe that says, you know what, you're gonna be born, you're gonna have a purpose. Okay, so we need to replay the notion of I know my worth and I know my heart is a part of it, and I want to heal and love my heart. Okay, and you have to be able to say a strategy of affirmation that relates to you. Okay, and with that, it helps you to kind of grow. So here are the top 3 things why you should focus on healing your heart to be happy. Number 1, because your heart is strong, it's a strong arm that either keeps something, that might not serve it, or maybe it will, or maybe it won't. But you want to be able to keep your heart strong for when you're in that part that you don't know, and all you have to do is kind of talk to your heart, and it will reveal what's good for you. Okay? And with a heart that's hurt and been damaged, that it's hard for them to kind of speak up. It's hard for you to speak up at most times because, it's hard to let go. Our hearts are like babies, I like to say. So you want to try taking away, something that they might be still attached to, that could be in a love relationship, what have you, or even a job that you like. By doing that, it can kind of really harm the overall person. So when you think about that, like a baby having a milk and you're trying to take it away and the sweetness of it's good, they're going to let you hear about it, right? So our hearts is the one part that can hold us to something that doesn't belong. So why you should focus on healing your heart? When you heal your heart, you're able to let go. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. When you're healing your heart, you healed your heart, you're able to let go of something that is toxic. So number 2, also when we heal our hearts, our mind gets clarity. Clarity, your decisions are more focused, are more detailed. You relax and you get better outcome because you relax enough to make the decision that is in the best interest of your heart. Because your heart is a living entity. When it's hurt and it's broken, it can change your mindset and the way you perceive what's going on. Okay, decisions are more stronger, right? And you end up receiving what you deserve, okay? All right, number 3, you want to further when we hear our heart, we are setting up deep roots to know better and to learn from it. And then we can heal and move on. What's the lesson, okay, that we had to learn there? And to do that by talking to your heart or just showing some compassion and understanding how you got to that painful part and what you're going to do to stop your heart pain, right? You're working hard on that. And when we do heal our heart and we set in those deep roots and those expectations and we doing an affirmation and all of that, it's basically overall to know better and to learn from those mistakes, learn from that lesson for us not to repeat, but have a strategy further to getting ahead what we deserve. Okay, like positive love back as you would need, as you give positive love, right? And I like to say that's the 360, babe. Okay. All right. So that's what you want to focus on, of talking to your heart. You can actually use a journal and write out the things that that was painful. That it got buried. And check out my episode 8 and 9, Emotional Pain Rises. That's important. And to understand what you need to focus on, like I mentioned earlier in this podcast segment here, is that you want to be able to be in a position that is giving and nurturing, and that the thing that is hurting it or things that are hurting it, that you are removing it from your life. You get the happiness and mental peace that you deserve to be happy. All right, let me move on now before I wrap this up. Your task to dusk to dawn is you want to practice today going forward to take the moments, and it is just you and your heart, and you want to say at least 3 times while hugging your heart. That's mean like hugging your chest, and you want to say, I love you. The simple 3 words mean so much to people and your heart. Then you can say, I love you for keeping me sane and going forward. I love and appreciate you. So what you're doing, you're feeding your heart the same as the saying goes, feed your soul. Well, you got to feed your heart. You want to be able to have a bright, happy, strong heart and not a broken one that can't hug back. Which, by the way, I have a t-shirt on my Malay.com website. It is so cute. It's got the camera on there because, my brand of Malay is about ancient Egypt. And it says, hug me if you love me. Don't you think that's cute? Go over there and buy. I'm going to put the link in this description. You click that, go and purchase. It's just so adorable. So people can look at that like, I'm going to hug you because I love you. You going to love you. If you hug me and you love me, you love my heart. And they're like, yes, you're so thoughtful. And they hug you and your heart will love it. You see, the small gestures is the big gestures in life. I will repeat that, but y'all just replay it. Okay, the motivational takeaway. You want to aim to love your heart and you will soar. Oh, you love it. If you love it, say it in the comments. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Go to mamalay.com/shop. Look for that t-shirt. Okay? Hug me if you love me. I love it. All right, I appreciate you. Again, if you need any type of assistance, go ahead and email me at info@NichelAnderson.com. If you have a company, right? You listen to me and you have a company, an organization, and you want me to come and speak and be a motivational speaker, I can do that too. Mainly virtual, but nonetheless, just reach out to me and we'll talk. I appreciate you so much. And this is my 7th season. Y'all know I said it before, but guess what? I'm going to keep saying it because that's what? It's my 7th year. I'm doing this. I'm doing it. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you and your heart for loving me all this time. Coming back and saying, you know what? Okay. And so what? It's basically saying, I appreciate this. I love it. So if you like it, love it, share it. All right. My name is Nichel Anderson. This is my podcast. I wrote my book so long ago and I wanted to help, and I was just not too long out of college, and I gotta write this book and tell people about it. What corporate America is, surviving your journey towards success. That was my book, and then I turned this into a podcast for my treats, and I've been working. So if you really like this podcast show, go ahead and purchase my book. Please leave a review. Somebody is listening to me. Leave a review on Barnes & Noble. Is it Barnes & Noble? Either or Amazon, preferably. Help a sister out. Tell somebody about it. It was featured in Essence Magazine. I was hesitant, but I never wrote a book before, but I'm going to do it. And it rose all the way up to that national magazine. A little old me, Southern girl, here in the South of the United States, and I did that. Help me purchase a book. Talk about it. Share it with somebody else. Go on Molay.com or other website. Go purchase that shirt. Tell somebody else. Wear it. It's going to revive positive energy. And it helps to get you a heart hug love. Y'all get it? All right. This is Nichel. Guess what, y'all? See you on the next one. Happy New Year and happy holidays. Amen.